Episode 30 is entitled A Ghost in the Machinder. Right away, the title is a reference to the old saying, A Ghost in the Machine, which leads to the book Ghost in the Machine, although for some reason hearing that title makes me think of Ghost in the Shell more than anything. Chiro is plotting a course in order to try and find the Dark One worm, but the robot puts itself in a different course. The team goes to check if anything is wrong with the robot and finds the robot is overriding the team's commands on its own, which leads Chiro to think the robot is thinking for itself.
Perhaps there's more to the robot than meets the eye.
You gotta be kidding me, Antari. I mean, it's a machine. It's probably just broken.
Agreed. Technically speaking, machines can only appear to be alive.
Appearances can be deceiving.
What you see is what you get. Machines cannot have a soul.
The alarm goes off as a giant ship pulls the robot into its tractor beam. Chiro tries to interact with the ship, which introduces us to a green face.
Greetings, Hyperforce. I am VX-808 Modular Computer Tracking Probe from the Talos Star System.
The thing that I'll just keep calling the Face due to his long name is voiced by S. Scott Bullock, who made a career out of voicing minor roles in shows like Invader Zim, Danny Phantom, Regular Show, and...
Your power of the animals is impressive, Green One. Rise so we may do battle.
Why are you doing this?
Because it is not sporting to attack an unready opponent.
While traveling through the ship, they see the TV monster deactivated. Or is it? When the team meet face to face with the Face, they learn he is in fact the last of a race of machines destroyed by Skeleton King. And since Skeleton King is from Sugazoom, logically the Face will destroy every organic thing from Sugazoom in return. The robot gets captured, unable to disengage, and the Face forces the team out of the robot and drops them into a microscope for scanning, which is done to remind us, like back in episode 17, that the monkeys are still flesh and blood monkeys with robotic parts. Except for Antari, who, recalling the Ichiro saga, is now all robot. So the team plummets down a shaft, unable to do anything about their circumstance. Well, there is one thing they could have done. They have jetpacks! It's been established over and over and over again in this series that they have jetpacks. Okay. I'm going to rant on this for probably 20 minutes. Moving on. Anyway, since Antari is 100% machine, the Face wishes to keep him around. The rest of the team land in a garbage pit. They try to break out with no luck. When Nova wonders of Antari, Sparx immediately becomes untrustworthy for some reason. We meet a little robot companion to show what is going to happen to the team if they don't escape. Meanwhile, Antari, having all his powers overridden, tries his best to reason with the Face. Antari realizes, though, that the Face has been corrupted by the TV monster. The Face brings up again about how machines do not live but are slaves to their programming, as the Face plans to assimilate Antari's knowledge into his own. Meanwhile, the team runs away from the giant fan as Otto tries to make contact to Antari, to no avail. Sparx again states how Antari can't be trusted until Otto gets a response, not from Antari, but from the super robot. The robot is reassembling itself. Antari, with a smile, gives an awesome threat to the Face.
Mark my words. The robot will stop you.
The Face lets off an attack on the robot as the robot shows off a new attack after it gets knocked down. As the robot becomes a threat, we see a new ginormous robot to face off against our own lovable robot. Our super robot, using its own will, is trying to survive but seemingly isn't doing so well. Antari isn't doing well either. The team are about to hit the fan, getting shown Antari's situation, to which Sparx immediately changes his stance once he is shown the truth. Chiro, as a last-ditch effort, tries to use the inner primate. Meanwhile, the super robot is being pounded on until it unleashes a giant cannon out of nowhere to defeat the larger robot, then rip out its heart? That's Kano Mortal Kombat style. The team look like they're about to be defeated, so Sparx tries to make nice.
Gibson, I want to take back all the mean things I've ever said about you. Well, most of them. And Nova. Nova,
Yeah, Sparx?
I just have to say,
The super robot saves everyone, and in an instant, Sparx uses his jetpack to quickly leave the awkward situation. The face is attempting to probe Antari's mind. Oh, I hate that word, probe. When Sparx makes the save, only to get blown up. So in a role reversal, Antari saves Sparx, phasing himself and Sparx into the robot. Antari is wiped out though as he faints into Otto's arms. And wouldn't you know it, the ship is about to self-destruct. The team gets away and things seem fine. Otto and Gibson search the robot top to bottom and see that the robot has no programming to do what it did, leaving a question out there that the robot may indeed be sentient. So Sparx should now apologize, yes?
you were wrong, Gibson. I was wrong, but it was you who said that machines could have a soul. I know I did. And yep, you were wrong. Yep, wrong.
And it's okay to be wrong, Sparx?
Once in a while.
Oh, one more thing. The face, having ejected itself, tries to build itself into more things, but fuses itself with the TV monster, which does this.
Program activated. Trajectory locked. Mission objective. Hunt down and destroy the Hyperforce.
This episode is built upon an idea that has been played with for as long as science fiction has been around, and that is how far artificial intelligence can go to the point where you can consider them alive. The episode centers around three characters mostly: Sparx, Antari, and the super robot. I'm not going to get too much into how sentient the super robot really is, as that storyline will be played out much more as we get deeper into Season 3. What I do wish to focus on is the relationship between Antari and Sparx in this episode. Early on in the episode, there was an argument between the two, and Gibson a little bit, about machines having souls. Antari is very defensive about it because he is, in fact, a machine with a soul. Although granted, that soul is really the power of primate, but you get it. The moment that Antari gets abducted, Sparx becomes distrustful of Antari, believing since he is a machine now, he will switch sides. This won't be the only time this issue with Antari and Sparx will come up, and it fully shows what will become the series finale, although we will get to that when we get to it. Sparx, however, quickly changes his tone when he sees how much trouble Antari really is in, and the instant an opportunity presents itself, Sparx goes to save Antari. Although that whole Nova confession that almost was may have something to do with it. It's weird how looking back at Season 1, how likable of a character Sparx was. He was funny, he was a father figure, he was kind of a cool guy. But the later we get into the show, the more of a douchebag he seems. The fact that Antari is 100% machine plays in part, and that is the sole reason he is separate from the team, as he was to be assimilated by the face in this episode. Again, this will not be the only time Antari's current state plays a major role. All in all, this episode sheds some light on some issues that will be brought back, as well as reintroducing us to the TV monster, now with a new look. This is most likely the planned way to start off Season 3 after the Ichiro saga, but Halloween timing got in the way of that. That's what I'm guessing anyways. We will see where the story goes from here when we get into episode 31.